Hey guys, so back at the farm today. Little chilly out. We're doing corn, as you can see, and today we're taking the trucks out to town, so you guys get to see what happens to the grain after we get it off the field. There's our neighbor there. He's got some old hay he's taking back, maybe for silage or something like that. But anyway, yeah, we're doing the trucks today, so hope you enjoy. So, this thing is a 1975 Ford 750 stake truck. My grandpa bought it from a friend, and then my dad bought it from my grandpa. And it had, I forget what engine was in it, but a few years back my dad was driving it to town, and purple smoke started pouring out from under the hood, and basically he blew the engine on it. So they found another engine, I think a 390 Ford big block V8 carbureted. There goes my dad now, and him and our neighbor swapped it in. And then yeah, bit of a newer engine, runs better than the old one, although still gotta give it a choke and warm it up before you drive it out to town. It's got a throttle lock on it, so either when you take it out to town and this whole back thing that tips up, so you can dump the grain out. So whether you're doing that or you just need to keep it idling up while you're warming it up, this throttle lock, you pull it out, and it holds the accelerator, if it would work, where it's supposed to while it's doing that. Perfect, I've broken it. Anyway, I fixed the throttle lock on it, so I guess that doesn't work anymore. Old truck. And seems to be warmed up now though, so we'll see if I can put the choke in and it'll be happy. And we'll take this thing out to town. She's full. She's feeling the struggle of the weight. So it's a 5-speed, but it has this little button thing on it, and it's in 4th gear right now. I'll put it down to 5th. But what happens with that is that when I'm in 5th gear and I want more gears so I can get more speed with it, I pop that up, I throw it back into 4th, and that's almost like 6th gear. And then while that's up, if I put it back into 5th, it's almost like 7th gear. Nice and loud, nice and bouncy. So you've got a massive steering wheel on it. Now I'm not entirely sure why they made the steering wheels this big, but that was pretty standard on the big old trucks. So another cool thing about these older trucks is this little button down here by my foot, that's actually that's the high beam. So I click that and that puts the high beams on. I click it again and turns the high beams off. And then this little squishy It's a manual windshield washer fluid pump. Which isn't the best, honestly. I have just ruined most of my field of view there for a bit. So hopefully that'll dry pretty quick. But yeah, there used to be 2 fuel tanks on this thing. So this button here, you could flip the switch to the different fuel tanks so that when you were getting low on fuel, you could just switch it to the other tank. But both the tanks, they rusted out at the bottom. They're still on here because they're actually the side steps get in the truck as well. But they put a separate tank behind the driver's side steps. So it only has 1 gas tank right now. And it doesn't go very fast. This thing's in miles. So, yeah, not too fast. Going about 60 kilometers an hour. So it looks like everybody else is doing corn right now. And not everybody has trucks. So there's tractors and stuff here, so gotta be a little bit careful with them. They're a lot slower than us. And sometimes you get a couple of them in a row and you get stuck behind them. Not much you can do about that other than wait for a good time to be able to pass them. See right now there's somebody in a pickup truck that's behind me. Not sure if he's gonna pass me or not. But those grain silos up there, that's where we're going. That's they're called Thompsons is the company, and the Black's Lane division is are these silos here, and that's where we take the grain. And they store it there and they dry it there if there's too much moisture in the corner beans. And then, yeah, it's they keep the grain there, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they sell it for whatever prices they can get it for, and then when we sell our corn online, or we tell them when to sell it or something, I don't know. My dad watches the market. And then when it's a good time to sell, we sell. But we don't have our own grain bins to store and dry our stuff and then have it shipped off, so we take it to Thompsons here. And, when I get there in a minute, I'll show you how it's done and how we empty the corn. Wait here, looks like there's quite a lineup for the pits. So I wait here. The empty tractors and trucks have the right of way. So I wait here, and if this guy's almost done, he's gonna get ahead of me. My dad's over there on the ramp. That right there is a scale. So you go on that thing, and it weighs the truck with the grain in it, and then they have a little arm that swings out, and it takes a sample of the grain in the back, so they know the moisture. And then you line up there. Sometimes there's a line, sometimes there's not, but it seems pretty busy right now. You dump in where that tractor is up there in those little open rectangular things, and then you come back around this way. You go back up on the scale, and then it weighs the vehicle again as empty, and then they minus the truck weight from the weight of the grain, and then that's basically how they know how much grain was in there. Looks like I can go, because that guy isn't done dumping yet. It would help if I put it in the right gear. I'm trying to start in fourth probably isn't the best idea. So I roll my window down so they can give me a piece of paper and everything like that. And I go up on these scales, and and then I wait again. So right now, they've swung the auger out. It was in the back just then, and it was taking a sample of the grain. Hit 2, and then they tell me where to go. So I'll wipe the dust off the lens. Sorry about that. Oh, there's my dad. It looks like he went in for a coffee. So yeah, and then I just get in the lineup with the rest of these guys that are waiting to dump. And I might also go in for a coffee. I'm going to hit this man if he doesn't move. Did you get me one too? What?
Gotta stay awake.
Gotta stay awake. Oh, all the farmers are getting out of their vehicles now to go talk to each other, so I think I'm going to join them and I will grab a coffee as well while I wait. So I'm up in the tower here at Thompsons, and they were nice enough to let me film a little bit of the arm I was talking about earlier that comes in and tests the grain for moisture. So I'll get some footage of this. So the tractor and the wagons, they pull up on the scale here, and they're currently being weighed, and then they get the arm going. It goes in and it tests for moisture. Do you guys do that with all of each wagon? So they're going to do the rest of the wagons, but I see the tractor over dumping right now is almost done, so I should get back to the truck to move up. But they put the corn from the wagons in this thing. They weigh it, and then they put it in this, and it measures the the moisture.
Yep, temperature and moisture.
But I gotta head back down and move the truck up. So that was super nice of Thompsons letting us go up there and film a little bit of what they do on their end. My dad's pulling up there, and that truck does basically the same this thing does. The back tips up, so I might get a little bit closer and try to get some footage of that. But kind of just want to enjoy my coffee too. So they open up the back and the grain starts pouring out. Throw that on the ground. It's basically just garbage. And I'll pull up. Oh, he's already started to tip the back up. There it goes. And yeah, it just dumps the grain into this the grate underneath it, and then I'm not sure what happens after that, but at some point it gets out from underneath it and then maybe augured over or something like that, maybe a conveyor belt, and then it goes up into the the big silos there. But yeah, special shout out to Thompsons for letting us see what it's like from up in the tower there. So that's super cool. Thanks, guys. And I'm gonna get ready to get up on the up into the pit, so then I can dump this thing and we can get back to the field and keep going. I'm up in the pit and the guys behind me have opened up the back things, so I have to clutch in, and there's something underneath the seat. I don't know if you can see it. That thing there engages the clutch that while I'm rolling back, my e-brake, I guess, doesn't work. And then I can move this little knob and it puts the which way am I pushing this thing here? Down, back. Oh, come on. Engage. Oh my God. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. It just, the tipping, the scissor jack or the scissor hoist or whatever, clutch wasn't engaging properly on it. There we go. Just holding up the line a little bit more, no big deal. But anyway, this thing goes up, and it does what the other truck was doing, and it just dumps all the rest of the grain out down to the back there. And then I gotta watch my mirrors because the guys behind me will tell me when it's done and when I can drop the hoist. And then disengage the hoist clutch again, and then get weighed for the second time. And they give me the piece of paper that says how much grain we've left here. Almost done there. It's not pouring out as fast. And right there, my dad's done being weighed for the second time, and he's going back to the field. And that looks to be about good. Yep, he's giving me the thumbs up. So press this back and that puts the hoist back down. That's down. Disengage the clutch in the floor. I don't know why it's in the worst position that I could ever be in the truck, but it makes it super hard to do anything. And now I will get out of their hair so the next person can dump. Oh yeah, nice grinding gears. Somebody is there being weighed right now. So I will get up to the ramp, but I can't go on it yet. And then, yeah, the tower right there. That's what I was just filming from with the auger there. Oh, you see the auger doing its thing. So, yeah. More waiting, but that's most of the job. So now they're gonna weigh me for the second time, and then once they have the weight and everything down, they print off a sheet, and it tells us how the crops are doing. Oh, there it is. Thank you, thank you. Which I've seen better, but I've seen worse and I've seen better. So. An average crop. So let's get back to the field. And this thing handles a lot better when it's empty. I might actually be able to get up to about 80 kilometers an hour, about 50 miles an hour on this thing, is what it's going to tell me. So, nothing's coming. Good. We'll get back to the field. To pass, and then I'll show you this little button thing. So I'm in 5th gear right now, and I kind of want a 6th gear type of thing going on. So I'm gonna clutch in, put it back in a 4th, pop that up, and that's basically 6th gear, and that's basically 7th gear. It's not quite a 6th and 7th gear, but that's probably the best way to explain how that works. So that's the basics of what the trucks do. We fill them up, and usually my mom drives them out, and I run the grain buggy, and my dad runs the combine. But yeah, like I said, she's working, so I had to do it this time. But I don't mind. I like this thing. It's a big old beast. So we're almost back to the field, but I wanted to film one more thing for this segment while I'm in the truck. Shift. I don't know why this thing has to shift so hard, just old gearbox and such. But what I wanted to film is this guy. I'll slow down a little bit. He has quite a collection of old cars here. When I drive by, I notice he has a Ranchero there, and then some older Chevy something, I think. But I'm not sure. He's got a couple boats and a couple other cars. But I want to go out in sometime and when I have some money and ask if he's selling any of them, because I could find a decent project car there. But yeah, I'm not sure what the Chevy is, and I'm not sure if I caught it well on camera. But to any of my viewers out there, if you have any idea of what that car is that I pointed at there, that would it'd be very helpful if you put that in the comment section on what you guys think it might be, because I kind of like the looks of it. Older Chevy something, I think.
Older Chevy something, I think.
But in the condition that it is in, I'm not sure if I know exactly what it is. It might not even be a Chevy, but the body shape kind of looks like it, so maybe. And this is one of our bean fields. It's already off. Most of the beans are off. There's a couple of things left to do. I never got a chance to film the claws because it broke down before I got a chance to get in it. Old combines, old machinery and such like to break down, but it's fixed now, so it's still set up to do beans. So when we do that, I'll get some footage of the old claws combine. And then that cornfield right there on the other side of this empty field here, that's what we're taking off right now. So I'll pull in there, and then I'll be back in the combine again. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this part with the trucks that go out to town. It's a little more of the stuff that I usually do. It has to do with road vehicles. So thanks for watching. Oh, it's like grinding it. Wow, I suck. Anyway, I'd say during this one that you guys drive safe, never slow, but I'm driving safely here, and I'm driving slow in this thing, so I don't know if it applies for this video.